is an aerial view of our location today, Sacramento, the capital of California. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David? He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Giles in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Marvin Bagley is out there with Parker, and it's Fox in at the 1. And in this early season, Brent, what is the feeling on a team that is trying to build chemistry?
I think coaches understand that defining a role for guys as soon as they possibly can will really help with the rhythm of the season. So many games over the course of so many months. If you can get to that early, Kevin, sometimes that's a huge advantage.
Fox against Lillard. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Fox against Lillard. The 3. Fox, no good. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and the basket by McCollum.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Fox against Lillard. Pass to Hield. Top of the key. The shot off that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum with the ball. Outguarded by Hield. Tries again. No good on that one. Good D by Barnes. And now the Kings fast break. Lets it go from 11. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Fox. Here's Bagley. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, this is the level of activity that you want from Marvin Bagley. Relentless tonight on the offensive glass.
McCollum left side. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Barnes. 9 points last game out. Bagley, no good. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Bagley with the bucket.
Well, Bagley bringing it right now and taking his frame and presenting it for contact.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Fires top of the key. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
It's deflected.
Buddy with a good awareness defensively there and a nice job in his effort defending.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 8 points for him.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. Just how shifty he is.
Fox against Lillard. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Parker following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And that one's good. Barnes.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Jones with it. Started now by Barnes. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one is on Hield.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot. The Kings trail by 5. Fox kicks to Barnes. Parker outside. Back to Barnes. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Giles, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Jones against Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones sends it back. It's 2-on-1. Throws it up high. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
The Kings making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Fox feeling it out a bit. Hield can't hit.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Three-pointer Hield. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Wasted no time on that one. McCollum's got 11.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here's Hield. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Terrence Davis comes in for Harrison Barnes. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Halliburton subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Harry Giles. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. Here's Halliburton. That one's off, still out of sync.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Damian Lillard. Sacramento shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He misses the free throw. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Davis tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Covington against Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And both free throws good for Covington. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Damian Lillard. The Kings have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Free throw drops for Wright. And so Wright nails both of them. Trailblazers leading by 17. Covington passes to McCollum. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Halliburton. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Right down low, working on Nurkic. 5 to shoot. Halliburton passes to Whiteside. Over McCollum. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Trailblazers. 3rd best record here in the early going. And, of course, Sacramento, 6.5 games behind them.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Lillard outside from deep, and Wright pulls it down. And it's right with the ball for the Kings, trailing by 19. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and the basket by McCollum.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here is Wright, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 5th in scoring. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick, spent some time in the D League, now the G League, and it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder, how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come?
Kaminsky is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Now Lillard. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Here's McCollum. No good there. And it's the Kings taking it the other way.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Sacramento grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Wright. Nice D from Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 20. Kicks it out to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up. The highest scoring point guards this season. Damian Lillard, number 1.
Being at the top of that list, I mean, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give his team an offensive jolt whenever they've needed it.
Well, there's no doubt he's the straw that stirs the drink, someone who can be counted on to make sure their offense is always operating efficiently, whether it's by creating opportunities for his teammates or taking those matters into his own hands.
He doesn't get the second one. Trailblazers leading by 19. A 3 from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Whiteside dishes to Wright. And here's Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Now the feed to Whiteside. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. It remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Fires the 3. And Wright pulls it down. The Kings trail by 17. Davis gets a wide open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first.
Hey, who's watching CJ?
McCollum with the ball. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Yeah, easy call.
The Kings have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. That one is off. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. good on the second free throw. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 14. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
Top-notch ball handling skills. That's just one of the things separating Lillard from most other point guards.
CJ McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. He went on an aerial three-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. Back to the action after this word. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he stays so grounded despite all of his individual success.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough place. Didn't get recruited in high school. I went to a small college, so I just come from something different than somebody that might have been 8th grade #1 prospect and getting recruited by every school in the country in the 9th grade where they might be a little bit more entitled.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, DeJuan Wright is out there with Parker. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Davis, and it's Halliburton in at the point. Wright looking around. 6 to shoot. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better? That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Trailblazers leading by 18. Here's Lillard. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Here's Fox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And De'Aaron Fox, one of those hyper-athletic point guards, but still more slight of build than a Westbrook or, in their primes, John Wall, Derrick Rose. Do you think he needs to get stronger?
Well, I think that's a great question, and you could take it 2 ways. Yes, physically, and yes, mentally. I mean, he's getting a ton of minutes in the early part of his career, and De'Aaron Fox is learning how to be a better leader. So the answer, does he need to get stronger? He is.
The first one falls.
And De'Aaron Fox has staked his claim. Said baseline to baseline with the ball in my hands, I'm the fastest player in the league.
He very well might be. I mean, he is a terror in the open floor, and that speed burst just puts so much pressure on any retreating defense.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Kings. Harrison Barnes comes in for Halliburton. Fox hits them both.
Even De'Aaron Fox has talked about how he's the fastest player in the league. The cool thing about it is night after night he seems to prove it.
Goes back up. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Cantor. Tries yet again. And the layup is good. Cantor's got his second basket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Fox, the bounce pass. Barnes against Jones. On the wing, heel. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Buddy does such a great job of preparing his shot even before he gets the ball.
Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at McCollum. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Parker outside. Jones against Barnes. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And good that time. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
You can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. You got to try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Passes it to Hield. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And it comes off an assist from Parker. Hield's got 7.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Anthony can't hit. Kings have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And finished off by Bagley.
You know, Bagley can really get up and extend.
Anthony with it, picked up by Bagley. Now here's Anthony. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Fox, no good. Trailblazers leading by 23. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, Cantor with a hustle play there, making more of an effort to beat the defense down the floor in transition.
Outside, Fox. He feeds it to Parker. And Jones pulls it down.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Cantor uses the glass to finish the layup. Cantor's got 8 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Barnes. He has 5. On the wing, Hield. Plenty of space. Good as the jump shot falls. 9 points in the game so far. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. And then for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Giles. McCollum comes in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
Here's Simons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Portland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Kings have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Left side, Fox. Knocked loose. Healed, kicks to Bagley. Doubled by McCollum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have jump ball.
You two.
And so here's Sacramento. Clock at 4. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Simons. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Holmes. Portland again missing. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Fox passes to Bagley. Back to Fox. Left side, Bagley. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And in the end,
What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
nice.
Well, the D attempted to foul Cantor before he got that shot off, but too late. Results in the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Whiteside's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Davis comes in for Harrison Barnes. Wright, he's checked in for Heald. And Halliburton subbed in for De'Aaron Fox.
One shot.
That's good from Cantor.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And finished off by Collins.
Like the fact that the timing on that play was perfect for Collins to get up, collect it, and dunk it.
There's the pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Cantor. Whiteside, no good. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Really left alone that time. McCollum's got 17 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Right against McCollum. Right, the pass to Whiteside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Davis, the pass to Halliburton. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. First one falls for him.
And, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. So he gets them both. Here's Simons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Looking now at some numbers for Whiteside. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging 10 points a game, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And the first one at the line is good. Kaminsky is checked in for Sacramento. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Halliburton. Oh, Whiteside in position, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just a great alley-oop there. Teammates connecting Whiteside with the jam. The D wants no part of that.
Lets it go from 14. And it's Simons missing. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Wright missing. Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And it's blocked. It's Davis on the wing. And the rejection by Collins.
Good job, Collins inside, quick off his feet.
Whiteside, no good.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get it to the perfect spot. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Whew, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Right, the pass to Davis. And the rejection by Collins. And now Portland on the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Outside, Davis. And Covington sends it back.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And, Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
He throw good, McCollum.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
Norman Powell's checked in for Anfernee Simons. Both shots good from the stripe. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Halliburton passes to Davis. Here's Kaminsky. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. To halt the run. Kaminsky misses. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They get it back. Here's Wright. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Nurkic. 2 on the clock. No good on the layup.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Portland out in front, just dominating this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets into his 30s, can Lillard be even better than he is now?
His shooting won't go away. That's going to continue. That's what I think. He's already changed his game to be a sniper. Not really a driver like he used to be. Yeah, I think he'd be great.
No, his quickness might fade, but listen, he's a crafty scorer. I can see him playing at this level for a long time.
Didn't he have 60 last year in a game? I mean, 61.
Yeah,
61, yeah.
Versus Golden State.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
So it's Sacramento now. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 3 spot.
Some fouls out there can be smart. That's one. Bagley too good inside, so hold him down.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Marvin Bagley, the 2nd overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's another step forward for him this year.
And so Bagley nails them both. Here's Lillard. Launches it. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Fox. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And that one is off. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Barnes finds Fox. Healed outside. Fires from deep. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
I mean, this is what the scouting report called for here. Love how effective Hield is right now on the offensive end.
Pass to Giles. Another shot. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Well, Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of 4 men playing a lot of post up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
That's good from Barnes.
Such a great, well-rounded NBA career experience Harrison Barnes has had. From being the main guy on a team to a role player on a championship caliber one, he's always willing to accept his role and provide solid leadership.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Lillard, 23 points in the game. From deep three-point range, Portland again missing.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Fox, no good.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Giles, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here is Fox. 8 points for him. Lobbed up there for Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And HP getting way up that time.
McCollum with the ball, outguarded by Hield. Pass to Lillard. Feeds to Anthony. Barnes grabs the miss. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. That's tipped. Anthony, no one around. It's hauled in by the Kings. Bagley's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. They get it back. Second chance shot. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Barnes passes to Fox. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Barnes with it. He's got 9. Shot clock at 5. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
How about Barnes getting inside and just muscling that one up?
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 25 points in the game.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Now, here's Fox. 8 points for him. Passes it to Parker. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Lillard, and that one's good. Parker's got his first 2 points.
Parker taking it over right now. A capable shooter from any spot on the floor.
Here's McCollum. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Giles has got 12 in the game.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. And there's the pass to Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. He's got 14.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
McCollum with the ball, picked up by Bagley.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Sacramento making a switch here. Holmes checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Cantor's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here are the Trailblazers now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. From the arc, the three-pointer is right on target.
Head up, scanning the floor. Lillard makes a terrific feed. Great point guard play from him that time.
Here's Fox. 8 points for him. Pass to Hield. Barnes outside. Offline with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The three from McCollum. Back to Cantor. He kicks to Lillard. To the middle. Here's McCollum. And it's denied. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. Halliburton's checked in for Barnes. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. And so he hits both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And Sacramento has possession. Halliburton passes to Bagley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Bagley showing his feel right there for the game and that particular play.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Bagley nails them both. Here's Lillard. He's got 25. To the inside. side. Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And stolen by Lillard. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
Pretty clear. Buddy Hield has this shooting thing down, but doesn't want to be one-dimensional. Bones, how does he diversify his game?
Well, Greg, I think as teams try to take away his first option, which is that shooting ability, he can become a much more dynamic passer and playmaker. If he can add some kind of physicality on the defensive end, now on both ends, Buddy's doing little things to impact the game, and it's not just all about that sweet stroke.
And he's good on the first of three.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down, he sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Bagley. Davis is subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
To the right side. Wide side, the pass to Halliburton. That one falls. Halliburton's got 6 points.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Lillard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Sacramento. He throw good, Damian Lillard.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
Now, here's Halliburton. D right on him, and it's Davis missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Clock at 6. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Now, Wright, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Sacramento moving it around. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Right outside. 6 on the shot clock.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Covington. Rebound by the Kings. And here is Holmes. Pass to Halliburton. Outside, Davis. Holmes with it. Fires for 3. Cans it from downtown. Holmes got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Now, here is Halliburton. Covered by Lillard. Right side, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
Sacramento's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Now, here is Halliburton. He's guarded closely. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McCollum, no good. The Kings shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down. I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
And for the Kings, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Outside, Davis. To end the run. The shot, no good. Excellent D from Cantor.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Kings. And then for the Trailblazers, Anthony's checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Simons surveying the D. And Whiteside sends it back. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Wright. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Simons. Doesn't go that time. So the Kings will take it the other way. Pass to Halliburton. Up again. Whiteside can't get the putback. Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
Here's Halliburton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. 16 seconds left in the third. Here's Simons. He has 6. Inside. Kicks it out to Covington. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And so it's Portland, able to put on a show for the ages. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good rhythm to the game at both ends. Get the ball moving down there. Good screens, good decisions, all right? Make sure we come up with the rebound.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. DeJuan Wright is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jabari Parker. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. And it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. Here's Nurkic, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Outside Robinson, the pass to Wright. Craig, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. But you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. The wide open shot by Little. Portland, no good that time either. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Harkless kicks to Robinson. There's the feed to Kaminsky. 6 to shoot. Back to Robinson. Parker trying to free himself up. Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Little can't hit. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Parker passes to Wright, and now Portland on the break. In the corner, Powell with it. Here's Nurkic. Good D by Parker. The Kings shooting just 31% in the game. Harkless with it. He's picked up by Little. Parker, with no one around, drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Jabari was ready to fire that one. You could see feet set, and he let it rip.
Here's Simons. Over Wright. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, if I got 100, 200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Now here's Wright. The dish to Robinson. Powell pulls it in. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Pretty nice show of athleticism as Zach Collins rises up.
Now, Wright. Outside Robinson. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Free throw drops for Wright. And with the bubble in last year's postseason, Brent, we got to see just how much home court advantage meant. Anything jump out to you about that?
As great an idea and the execution was, Kevin, of the virtual fans being there, not being there physically, to hear the noise of the crowd and to get that atmosphere going, to have to travel to foreign territory where you're the enemy. Just home court went away completely last year, and we saw that. It was indicative in the records last year. They had a losing one.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Right, the pass to Harkless. It's Parker outside. Again, the miss by the Kings. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Right outside. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. Powell against Robinson. Holmes. And it's Holmes with the extra effort.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Simon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because now I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. And the Kings making a change here. Davis has checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Holmes passes to Harkless. He's off on the first, and Portland making a change here. And he's good on the second. Here's Simons. He dishes it to Collins. Kicks to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Out left to the wing. No good from outside.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Right, the pass to Holmes. Portland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range in the fourth. Oh!
No way. Pretty good creativity as Collins goes in there for the Zach attack.
And Wright kicks to Harkless. Pass to Holmes. Pass to Kaminsky. Stolen away. Passes to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here is Davis. And right, here we go. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. In the corner, it's Little. Hits it from three-point range. Little's got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Holmes down low. He's guarded by Collins. Holmes can't get it to go in. Here's Simons. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And he hits the first of 3. Sacramento making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Kaminsky, and Halliburton subbed in for DeLon Wright. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Robinson dishes to Harkless. Shot to stop the run. The offensive rebound. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pushing it up. The pass to Simons. Excellent D that time from Robinson. The Kings shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. From the inbound.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Holmes with the steal. One-on-one here. He can't get that one to fall. Collins with some nice D. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Stolen by Robinson. It's Davis on the wing. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Defended by Harkless. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The Trailblazers shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Simons, guarded by Holmes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he makes the first. Kaminsky is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Here's Halliburton.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And finished off by Kaminsky.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
To the left side wing. Now here's Little, guarded by Robinson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Kings shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it. Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Pass to Simons. Pass to Little. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.